So I'm just going to put together some really fast broccoli soup, and I'm heating my bowl or pot up on high heat, and I'm just going to put a little bit of water in it. So you really don't want to be heating things without any water, so just a little bit of water. Then take your broccoli, which I've already washed, and I'm just going to skin these bits enough to get the edges off, because you might as well use the middle of the broccoli. It's good for you, and you paid for it. Just have to be really careful. Get these skins off. And just chop it up, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to throw these in the Vitamix. Okay, so again, you can kind of start it that way. Whichever way it works for you to not cut yourself is a good thing. Or you could use a paring knife too. Or you could kind of skin it like this as well. Whoops. Whatever works. Okay, so I'm just wasting your time here because I'm waiting for that pot to get hot, and that's really the thing that takes the time, because the actual cooking, you don't want it super cooked anyway, because you want all the goodness in the vegetables, but you also have to wait for the pot to heat up. And you can see it's starting to steam a bit there. You can see that. So that's a good thing. Or you could use a peeler. I'm sure there's probably a lot of different tools for getting the skins off your broccoli. Anyway, this is probably the thing that's going to take the most time. Actually, this might be better. If you had a smaller knife, that might work good too. But, see, my water's boiling already, so you keep that on high heat. So you're just going to take this and, whoops, your broccoli jumping around. And I don't want to use a lot of onion because I don't really want a heavy-duty onion taste. I'm just going to use like a third of an onion. Pull that off, get rid of that part, and we're just going to throw all this in the Vitamix. Onion first, because it usually helps if you throw in the softer vegetables beforehand. And you may notice that this is one of the oldest Vitamixes, probably one of the very first ones. Unfortunately, there's no dial for slow speed. It's like full on 100 miles an hour or nothing. That's how old this thing is. I've been trying to wear it out for the last 10 years, and it just won't, it doesn't want to break. So throw your broccoli in the Vitamix. Okay, so I'm just going to add, I want to save a little bit of this just for a garnish, so I'm not going to stick it all in there. But it has to be small enough for the Vitamix to catch it. Just going to add a little bit of water to this, maybe a little more than that. Just enough for the blades to catch. Okay, so you put this on here. This Vitamix is so old, I don't even have the thing that pushes down the vegetables anymore. Add a little more water. Try that. I don't want it too liquidy because it will take too long to heat up. So I'm just going to add a little bit, like about a 1/4 cup of coconut milk, unsweetened. Just to make sure I've caught all of the broccoli. Now see, there's just enough water in here to so that the pan wasn't too hot for me to put the liquid or the vegetables into. And that's the key to me. That's the key to really fast soup cooking, is use as little liquid as possible, sauteing basically your vegetables, and then adding your liquid at the very end just to turn it into soup. Okay, so you can see this is starting to boil already. It's beautiful, beautiful broccoli. It's such a gorgeous green right now. I'm going to add, because I'm not adding any vegetable broth, I'm going to add about a good heaping teaspoon of Celtic sea salt, a little bit of pepper. See, that's boiling already. And of course, you know, the rawer it is, the better nutrition you're going to get out of that broccoli. I'm going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper, so it's good with everything. And I do have just the weensiest amount of garlic I want to put in here. I'm just going to put a little tiny chunk. I don't want too much garlic, don't want it too garlicky. Put this in my little garlic thing. Just a little bit of garlic, like a small clove. Not too much. Okay, and the thing that I'm going to add some more almond milk after, but you can see this is cooking nicely, boiling. The thing that's going to add extra flavor is some Dijon. About, not very much, so you can see like less than ½ teaspoon Dijon mustard. And the secret ingredient that makes it cheesy is, of course, our nutritional yeast. And that would be, I'd say 4 tablespoons. That brings the most cheesiest, wonderful flavor. Okay, so you can see that's looking lovely and coming along here with the broccoli and the nutritional yeast. Okay, so at this point, you know, because everyone's different, you're going to taste it. Oh, might need a little more liquid. Give it a little taste there. That was very good, very cheesy. Definitely needs some Bragg's liquid aminos. So I use Bragg's liquid aminos a lot when I'm looking for like a little vegetable broth. So that's probably 4 tablespoons. I'm going to add just a little bit more. It's a fermented, like a fermented soy sauce. Okay, give that a try. Much better. Actually, more cheesiness. So let's up it to about, that'd be like 6 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Give that a stir. And I am going to add some more Celtic sea salt. So let's make that like 3 heaping teaspoons. It doesn't come out super fast in that thing. Okay, so you're going to just keep this, keep stirring it, keep it on high heat. And I'm going to add a little more. I probably added a 1/4 cup of almond milk. Actually, I thought this was coconut milk. It's not. My husband must have bought it. It's almond milk. I prefer the coconut to the almond just because they're having such an issue with almonds in California. So I usually buy the coconut milk, but that's okay. Must have been meant to be. Okay, so you can see that getting creamier. And we'll give it another taste test. Perfect. All right. So, so that is it. That is really good. By the time you set the table and put the bowls out, that'll be done. Okay, and you can see that it's a very, can you see without me pouring it everywhere? What a beautiful, beautiful soup that is. Okay, and so that's it. Easy, fast, almost raw broccoli yummy soup. Good for you. Gluten-free and vegan.